Hey everyone, Tapdawg here, and today I wanted to continue on my series of how to play in the arena, and this time I am doing the Lobotomizer, and so because of that, I'm not used to playing in Lobotomizer, so I had to, one, run all my cards through the Optimizer, and if you do use the Andersam Optimizer, make sure you set it to defense. There is a setting on the back end to do that, and then choose whatever combo amount you want for your lowest combo worth counting. For me, I chose somewhere in the mid 30s as the lowest combo worth counting. I think like 37, 38, somewhere in there. And with that, it came up with the deck that you see here. So I just put in my sixth best protection cards for this deck. Most of them are 36 and above. I do have that Divine Healer that's only 35, so I can take some damage because of that. Outside of that, we've got a couple cards here that I don't normally use, so they're unfused because of that, and they're level 4. So not too many, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unfused cards, 7, 8. So that's kind of at the maximum you'd want. Typically only want about 7, so there could be some situations where I could get in trouble. But I think we're going to be okay overall. So with Lobotomizer, there's 3 levels. I have level 3 of it. At level 1, it takes 5 cards out of your opponent's deck. At level 2, it takes 10. And at level 3, it takes 15. So I have level 3. So every time I battle an opponent, it will take 3 sets out of 5, so 15 cards total from them. And with most people only having about 30 cards in their deck, the idea here is hopefully you're getting a lot of their final form cards out of their deck, but also you're playing the game until they run out of cards in their hands. So you're stalling them. So this way has, I believe, a higher win rate than Tiebreaker would, but it's a lot slower to play. And so I'm just going to play a couple rounds here, kind of show you how to play this version of the game if you want to make a Lobotomizer deck. And we'll see how it goes. So I've got 14 turns here. I don't know if I'll use them all in this video, but I just wanted to show you guys how to play this. Now, who to choose for your opponent could potentially be a little bit different. Ideally, you do not want to die, right? You want to stall out your opponent. So actually choosing opponents that are blue is oftentimes better. You do run the risk that they might also be playing Lobotomizer. So it's important to know your opponents and what they typically play. Like Tapdawg here is not usually on Lobotomizer, so if I choose him, I should be okay. But if you don't know the opponents, then it might make more sense to go for a green or a red opponent. Obviously, with red, they will be doing damage each turn to you, but you being a healer, you should be able to heal that up, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem. But ideally, blue is the best because then you're just gaining health every turn in addition to whatever blocking of damage you're doing. So we'll try it with Tapdawg here. It's my first time using this deck, so it's a little bit riskier than I normally would do. It's got 3 golems in it, for example. But ideally, what I'm wanting to do doesn't necessarily have to be the same as Tiebreaker. I don't necessarily need to have my final form card in my hand right now. It would be nice, but it's not necessarily a necessity when going on the Lobotomizer side, because again, you're all stalling out and you're playing defensive combos, and you should be able to get enough health that you can actually tank one final form if you needed to. So I'll keep this hand. So because I'm not used to doing this, oh, he also used... Did he use Lobotomizer too? No, it just looked like he used Lobotomizer as well. He used HP+. Okay, so you can see it took 15 cards from him, so now he's only got 16 cards left in his pile, plus the 5 in his hand. So roughly about 10 turns or so is what it's going to take for us to win this. So first thing I do is I look for my highest defensive combo I can make. And because this is my first time playing defensively in a while, it might take me an extra minute, but I think it's going to be this 36-35 here. So we'll play that one. It looks like I'm going to take 2 damage, but he took 10 damage there. But I did heal for 3, so technically I'm actually up by 1 right now. Next I'm going to play Golem and Space, and I'm going to play this one here. So again, I got to do damage that turn, and he did not do any damage to me, and I healed. So now I'm on my 3rd turn. He has his meter filled, so there's a good chance he will play a final form here. So I'm going to play my Bomb Shelter to just protect me, and that will double my cards defense to 78. He doubles his attack to 72. I take 0 damage. He takes 0 damage. But we're now 3 rounds through. He now has 11 cards left in his deck, plus the 5 in his hand, so 16 total cards, which means he's got about roughly 8 turns left, give or take. So we'll just repeat this again. Try to find a nice high defensive combo here. Looks like he's already starting to struggle to be able to make combos, which is a good sign for us. And that gave us just another turn to stall here. So I'm just going to continue to play defensive combos. It doesn't matter about getting his health down. You can try to do that, but that's not the point of a Lobotomizer deck. So he's got his combo meter filled. I've got mine filled. I'm going to play my bomb shelter to protect myself. And again, I do 78. He does 72. And there is a swappage there of no damage dealt. Now, some people do like to use curse cards. I don't, and the reason why is the highest defense curse card that exists in-game is, not Albert, what's his name? My profile photo. Whatever his name is, I'm blanking on the name. But he has 30 defense. So if you were to use him, you would do 11 damage, or 10 or 11 damage to someone that uses a sniper or one of the other 36 attacking critical strikes, but you would take 6 damage. And the whole point is you don't want to take any damage, or as least amount of damage as possible. So in a pinch, yeah, you can use a curse card if you don't have enough protection cards, but ideally you'd be using protection cards. Now the downside is protection cards are useless anywhere else in this game. So it's really, you'll only be using them if you were wanting to do Lobotomizer install decks. Otherwise it really wouldn't make sense. So now Knight and Space is probably my highest defensive combo here, but I want to fill my combo meter up just so I can protect myself. So I'd rather... Oh, you know what? That's a 34 too. So I'm going to do this one just so I can fill my meter up and be ready in case he uses one more Final Form card here. So I'll protect myself here. There's a chance he doesn't have any, but he did. So again, that is a clean sweep between the two of us. No damage dealt. He now has no cards left in his deck, and he's just got the 5 or 4 in his hand that are remaining. So we will continue here. I think I'm going to play this one just so I can continue to block a little bit here. As you can see, the rounds do take much longer to finish, and that was a Final Form card, so that means he has no more combos left, and this should be an easy win for us to finish up here. There's another Final Form card he had, and that is a victory. So like I said, it takes a lot longer to win, but it's a much higher win percentage as long as you're not going against people who have A, really large decks, or B, also using Lobotomizer. So we will... one of the ways you can get around that is if you do have a lot of opponents near you that use Lobotomizer, is just putting more cards in your deck. It does run a risk of making it a lower quality deck overall, but it helps mitigate if you do end up accidentally fighting against a Lobotomizer. So that was going against a fellow healer. Let's go against Pringle here, who is a damage dealer, and see how well we do here. So it should be pretty much the same thing again. I probably will take some damage on this very first turn. I believe that's probably going to be my best option here. Now, one of the downsides with me using unfused cards is I'm not going to have my meter full. So you can see I am already down, it looks like 3 health. They must be using the Master Elementalist or something. But not a big deal. I probably am going to use this combo here just so I can get my meter filled. I do not have a Final Form yet, but let's see if that changes. It did not. So if this happens to you, your best option is to play your highest defensive combo, obviously. That is not it. We've got a 32 currently, and I think that will probably be our best option. Oh no, we got a 39. Okay, so we'll play that one. I will take about 30 damage or so from this. So now I do have my Final Form there, so I want to keep that for the future. I will play this one just to get rid of some more of my single combo cards, or unfused combo cards, I should say. And again, highest combo, I do not have any, so rather than use one of these, I'm just going to play this unfused here. And again, it's okay if you do lose some health. You're able to take one hit typically in a lobotomizer setting. Okay, so now I'm going to play this guy, and that will mitigate that. So they're both now back to square one. He's got 5 cards left in his deck and 5 in his hand. So we'll play defensively once again. And hope we get another combo card. Okay, we did get one. Perfect. Again, you're just looking for your defensive combos, and oftentimes they will not be your top choice because they're not necessarily the most efficient. They're just the... Uh-oh, now this could be a problem. He did not play his final form here, so you have to play extra defensively and hope that they just don't have any more final forms. And obviously, since he hasn't played any final forms, we should be fine, but you never know. That's the only time where your lobotomizer can make you lose, is if they get an unlucky draw from their hand. But I thankfully eked that one out. All right. Just a couple more battles this way. Let's go against You Need Help, because I have no idea who this is. All right, that's a good starting hand for us. We will get a nice defensive combo to start us off. And look at that. He had a high attack. We negated the whole thing there. That's beautiful. Fairy Tale's going to be a really good defensive option for us as well, but it looks like none of those combos are. But there's a nice little blocker for us. And now we defensively protect ourselves. Oh, this is Jokovic. Okay. So he's someone that could potentially do damage to us if we were not careful here, but it looks like we lucked out a little bit there. It's a little risky on my part. And I'm going to play it like this. Now, he probably will do some damage to me on this next turn if I don't get my final form. I did not get my final form, so now I got to find my highest defensive option here. We've got 33, it looks like. Yep, 33 is going to be our best, which is not that great. Oh, we lucked out that he used a curse card, so we only take 2 damage there. So that was a nice little benefit to us. We'll continue to play defensively here and see how it goes. Again, like I said, to me personally, this is not as enjoyable of a way to play the game. But some people might enjoy the long... I thought I saw 33. Okay, there it is. Some people enjoy playing it longer like this, but me personally, I'm not the biggest fan. So, play the bomb shelter here. Oh, so this is one of those examples where he did not have a final form in his hand because he would have used it there. So I could potentially be messed up. So I want to be protecting myself and use my highest defensive combos just in case he gets it before I get my meter filled once more. And here is a real tricky pickle. I do not have anything, so I'm going to play Space Ghosts here. I take 1 damage. He's got to have another final form in his hand there, so it'll probably pop up eventually. Alright, well, I'm going to play my final form here just because odds are if he has one, it is in his hand now. And he did have one. We got to block it. This is going to be one of the only times I beat Jokovic, and I got it on camera. Watch, something's going to happen where it doesn't work all of a sudden. But this is where we'll start to see his combos break down. So he probably had one more good combo there, but he'll be unable to get any more after that, I don't think. I'm going to use this just in case, it's not as high of a defense, but it was just in case he had another final form somehow in his hand. I don't think he does, but I will protect just in case. Yeah, we were good. And that is how you win with Lobotomizer. So, as again, you're playing the slow game, you're playing the long game, you're taking your time and playing defensively, and then trying to time your opponent. It works a whole lot better when you're up here at the higher ends because people have a lot more consistent decks. When you're lower in the game, people might not play their final forms as frequently, but just wanting to show this version. So I'll play one more round here. Let's go against Frederick here, who's got 55 health, and he is using fire. Not very many people use green, so I won't be able to show that here. I'm going to keep this hand because I know I can make a great combo with Golem and Prehistoric that's defensive. So I will start with this, and we'll go from there. So the hope is you do get your final form here, obviously, but again, it's not that big of a deal if you don't get it right away. So I know that these two make a really good combo that's high in defensive, but I'd like to keep that for my next round here, so I'd rather just play this for now. Sometimes opponents will have a crushing blow, which should still not damage you because you'll keep your 39 base defense, you'll just lose their bonus, or actually you lose your base, you get your bonus. So there's not really any crushing blows that are above the 34 or so. There are, I think there's one that's 36, so even at that you hopefully get a 0 or a 1, you know, if you're using a 35 or above defense. So, ooh, not really good defensive options here. I think I'm going to do Elf. No, I thought that was a 34-34, but it's not. So we'll just do these two for now. And I do take 8 points of damage there. But that was to happen eventually. I think 34 is our best defense. I'm just double checking. Yeah, 34-34 here is our best defense, so we'll do that. We do take 1 more point of damage there, which is fine. Not the end of the world. And then, again, he's got a full meter, so we're going to use our defense there, and we do block his attack, so we don't take any damage. Continue on here. Let's do Space and Angel to make the Heavens. Another good defensive combo there. I might take one. Oh, no, he only did 2 meter fills, so we're still even. I believe, yep, there's another defensive option for us. There we go. And then I did not get my card, so I need to play defensively here, and I think Ash and Panda is going to be my best defensive combo. Oh, no. We will do that one. And thankfully, he used a counterattack, so we do take 7 damage, but he took 7 damage too, so it's not the end of the world there, and he's almost out of cards. I'm going to try to keep Tree and Strength, because that is a pretty good combo there. So I'll see if I can just play something else here first. Maybe I'll get lucky and have a Final Form card, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, I did get a Final Form card, so I will play these two instead, which is the same combo, but just keeps us a little safer. And we're just going to play this just in case. That was a good call. He does take 4 points of damage, and that should be the end. Oh, he's got 1 more turn. Okay, so we'll play the Wooden Golem. And that's, once again, how you can beat. You actually almost got his health down there. Not intentionally, that just happened. Again, you're not trying to get their health down, you're just trying to stall them out till they run out of cards. So that's how Lobotomizer works. I can show you guys one more video like this for using Master Healer, and those are kind of the 3 main ways people will play in Arena. Is primarily, I'd say 95-96% of people are using Tiebreaker. Got a handful of people use Lobotomizer. I don't really think anyone uses Master Healer anymore. That was back in the day. We used to have Master Healer, but it's only got like a 75% chance of a win rate, and especially with all the ways people play in Arena now, I don't think it's very viable. But I might make one more video for that. But if there's another ability you want to see how to use it in Arena, let me know in the comments, and I'll think about creating a new video. But with that being said, I do hope you had a good enjoyment of this video, and if you have any questions on how to do Lobotomizer or to play in the Arena, let me know. All right, take care.